Hey guys, so I finally did what I was gonna do with my hair. My mom helped me, so I'll turn around and show you the rest. So there's that. I like it because it's kind of an androgynous look. It kind of is. I mean, I think it is. I mean, there's a lot of women that have that whole like half shave thing going on, and then long on the side. And I like it. I like it a lot. So I was thinking. Oh, what am I not thinking? Obviously, I mean, honestly, feels like I'm fucking thinking way too much. But there's so many times where I've had people come into my life and, I had great experiences with them. And I get the whole, letting go of somebody once the relationship is over and done with and all that. But it's really hard. I mean, I don't think people talk about enough about how letting go of past relationships and how hard it can be. And I've struggled with this like I think my whole life. I lost a friend when I was like 5 or 6 or something. Um, she didn't die or anything. Her mother was kind of a psycho and um, just decided she didn't want her daughter to play with me anymore. And I think part of the reason that she didn't want her daughter to play with me anymore was because I was obviously different. I was a different kind of kid. I mean, I was genetically, I look like a boy for the most part, but I played with dolls and I liked to dress up, and I was very much a girl in that aspect. And like I've said many, many times before, I don't genetically put myself with any gender. I feel very mixed and very in between. I don't feel like one or the other more than, I guess, um, the correct term for it is genderqueer. I don't feel like one or the other, and I like to dress as whatever, whenever. So, and I think I've always felt like that. It took me some time to really realize what that was. Of course, I didn't know as a child. All I knew as a child was that I was different. And I think it's really important if you have a child that wants to dress up or play with toys, different types of toys and what they're supposed to. I think that as a parent, you should let them. It's not up to you to change that kind of thing with your child. You're supposed to help them grow up and be a kind and loving person. And as long as that's going on, then who cares what your child is playing with or, you know, dressing up as or whatever. Like, this is 2013, and the worst thing that you can do is be your own child's bully and make them feel like they're not, you know, up to par with who they should be in your eyes. Because, to be honest, your child is never going to be exactly who or how you want them to be. It's just not going to happen. And I think as a country, we need to realize that it's just not going to happen. People are going to grow up to be who they are. And I almost feel like some of this stuff is genetically, it's genetically just in you. Like, you're kind of more feminine or you're more masculine. And, and I think that's just something that's in you and you can't really control it, you know? So I think that that's something that we as a culture should start to realize is that it's not up to us to change how our kids feel about, playing with dolls or dressing up. Because your child, regardless of how you feel, they're still going to feel certain ways, even if you try to block out or, you know, keep certain aspects of life away from them. My parents sheltered me and my sister You know, not horribly, but we didn't have cable TV, and we didn't have. Um, my mom always tried to make us, do, or at least with me, she tried to make me do a lot of work, a lot of homework, a lot of chores. Um, I'm not saying that's a bad thing if it wasn't, incredibly fun. Um, she was just trying to bring an upright, standing citizen, and my mom never wanted me to play with really destructive kind of toys like she wasn't a huge fan of me playing with GI Joes, but I actually did like playing with GI Joes. um, and I got to a certain age and I started like pretending that GI Joes were like doing it. But that aside, um, you know, we need to support our child, and we need to really just be there for them. It's basically what I'm saying. You know, is the more you push who they are away, the more you're pushing them away from you. Um, and I don't think if you're a really good, true parent that you're not gonna want to push your child away. So I think it's really important that even the men, and I know it's hard for some of those macho, like, hetero guys to get into their head that, it's okay if your son wants to play with Barbies. I think my dad struggled with that a lot. It took him some time to realize, his son liked to play with Barbies. So, but he did eventually come to an understanding. His whole, you know, having music as their child, I feel like it's really taught them quite a bit of tolerance and things like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not in their head 100% of the time, but I've definitely seen changes in them. So, that being said, tell me in the comments if you like my new hair. I really like it, and I'm not. Everybody keeps joking when you're gonna go all the way around and shave everything. I'm not. I'm not going that far. I think it's good because I got rid of a lot of the damaged hair. On this side has a lot of damage in it too, but not taking it off. I'm not sure how to, my one concern about this kind of hairstyle is how do manage it, and what if you decide you want to grow the rest of it out again? Do you just let it grow out until it gets to a certain length and then you cut the rest of it to match, or what do? Um, I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions? Because I get so bored with my hair, but I don't want to cut it. I've always wanted to have long hair, so, you know, here's hoping that I can do it. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.